everyone, it's Elissa. I wanted to just share with you how to walk by faith and not by sight. Walking by faith and not by sight. You are putting your complete trust in God. And you're not looking at what things look like around you. You're not looking at the natural. Your eyes are on God, and you're staying focused onto what He has you to do. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the work. It's going to take work. It's not easy to walk by faith. And God never said that it would be easy. It's not a cakewalk. You have to trust God completely, surrendering completely, and you have to keep your eyes on Him. Write down your vision. In Habakkuk 2 and 3, I think it says to write the vision down and make it plain. Write your vision down. Write down your goals. I keep mine on my whiteboard, or I'll put it in my planner. Pray. After you write down the vision, after you write down your dream, you pray. You pray about what steps or what God will have you do. And it requires obedience. Prayer and obedience. God may have you work at a particular job, or God may have you start a business in order to make your ultimate dream come true. There are always steps to take. If you're going to school, or if you are believing God to further your education, and it doesn't look like on the natural that you can go, look into the school that you want to go to, apply for it, and you take those steps in faith. You're taking those steps in faith, and you're not looking at what things look like, in the natural. You're hanging on to what you believe that God has told you to do. If you believe God has called you to change jobs, or if you believe God has called you to go back to school, then that's what you do. You hang on to that. Other people are not always going to support your dreams and ambitions. That's not their dreams and ambitions. They are focused on their own dreams and ambitions. You focus on yours, and you do what you feel is right. If you want to go back to school but you can't afford it, there are scholarships available. There are grants available. There is a work study. Walking by faith and not by sight requires work. It's going to require you to put in effort. Sometimes it is blood, sweat, and tears, and it's not always a cakewalk, because you're ignoring what things look like on the natural, and you're going forward with what you believe that God has asked you to do. And people are not going to understand. You can't expect them to understand. Just know what God has asked you to do, and you pray and you obey and you put in the work. You put in the effort. If you have a dream to buy a house, then you put in the work and the effort to buy that house. And whatever God has you to do, it all comes back to prayer and obedience. Because walking by faith and not by sight requires prayer and obedience with every step that you take. See, you will have times that you want to give up. You will have times when you think that you've heard God wrong, but you have to hold steadfast to what you believe God has told you to do. Remember, it is your dream. It's not anybody else's. So if you feel that God has called you to do a particular thing, if you feel that God has asked you to do this or that, and it doesn't make any sense on the natural, go ahead and do it. You pray and you seek God and seek what He is going to have you to do. It will take work. It will take effort. And that's okay, because hard work does pay off.